I'm Jeanette Ewan and welcome to Kitchen Life. Today we're meeting with Eric and Danielle. They're a busy young couple that sometimes works from their home and they also have kids. So this kitchen is a big challenge. We need to make it chic enough that you can have clients over and kid friendly. Let's see how the project's going.
I'm Eric and I'm a retailer.
And I'm Danielle, and I'm a dental hygienist. Our kitchen now is not very functional. It's small and cramped. It's aesthetically not our style at all, or what we've been used to.
Well, we came from a new house and had a beautiful cherry kitchen and then came into a golden oak old kitchen, so it's a bit of a change, older style, yeah.
The drawers don't glide smoothly. There's not a whole lot of storage space. We want something a little bit more open concept. Our kitchen backs onto the backyard, so we do a lot of entertaining in the summer. There's a pool and a big deck, so we want it to sort of be functional for that as well. For everyday eating, we want it to be sort of a casual feel. We've got two little ones, so it's got to be workable for small kids as well.
Yeah. There's just not a lot of room to move around in there, so it's very cramped and it just doesn't work.
So what brings you to Bamco?
Well, we're in the middle of a renovation and we want to do the kitchen. We're thinking about taking out a wall, so the entire sort of floor plan is going to be changing, and we're just not really sure how to configure, the kitchen so that we can get what we want and have the space work.
It's kind of an awkward space. It's kind of narrow, Danielle, so
Okay.
I'm not sure we're not sure what to do.
What to do with it. Okay, so you're removing a wall. Is it a wall between the kitchen kind of dining room area?
It's more kitchen into like a living room.
Okay.
And then the dining room is sort of open with that as well.
Okay, all right. So you wanted, and did you want like a nice large center island in this space as well?
Well, we want it, it backs onto our backyard. We'll be doing a lot of entertaining, so we do want like an island for sure. We want it to be big. We're thinking sort of like a bar, kind of entertain and just casual everyday eating.
Right, okay.
As opposed to having like a sit-down kind of table area.
Sure, okay. And approximately seating for how many people are you thinking?
Probably three.
Well, there's four of us.
Okay, four of us,
Yeah,
okay.
we've got two little ones.
Okay.
So at the island, we want to have a few stools that if people are over, they can sit up.
Sure.
But at least, 3 to 4 where we can just sit if the kids are, grabbing lunch or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds great. And have you given any thought as far as appliances and what you would like in this space?
Well, we
cooktop
definitely
versus...
want, I think we're just going to go with maybe like a slide-in.
Okay.
All sort of in one piece, but we definitely need new appliances. Ours came with the house and they're older.
All right.
So we're sort of flexible and open there. As far as what will fit.
Okay, that sounds good. What about the cabinet itself? What kind of feeling would you like to try to?
Like sort of the look that I imagine is a little bit contemporary, kind of more sleek, clean lines.
Okay.
A darker wood, and then like we want to do stainless steel, so like the silver handles and nothing too sort of fancy or overdone.
Okay.
Our last kitchen was fairly traditional cherry, so I want something a little bit more sort of urban,
okay, sure,
sleek kind of looking.
Right. And as far as your wish list goes, would you like deep drawers, for pot and pans, pullouts, cutlery drawers?
For sure. Yeah, for sure we're gonna need that. I definitely want like a pantry for food storage and somewhere for brooms. Like a tall, skinny cabinet for that.
Okay. What about the countertop, have you given any thought into what type of surface you would like to use for the countertop?
I absolutely want, I think it's granite or quartz or
Okay.
something
So
like that.
some sort of
Not
solid
arborite or whatever you
surface.
call that type of countertop.
Sure.
Not like that. I'd really
Okay.
prefer to be a stone
Right.
of some sort.
Okay, all right. And would you like any glass cabinets anywhere in this space, or wine racks, or anything to?
We want a
wine
wine
rack,
rack,
for
if
sure,
we can
yeah.
fit that
Okay.
in.
All right.
Yeah. As far as the glass, I don't think so.
I
Like, I
don't
don't
think
know
so.
that there's going to be much room for the upper cabinets. So I'm afraid if we do, glass as well as have the fridge, that it's just going to really be choppy almost.
All right. Now, for door style, you said something sleek, so something maybe flat panel, kind of really, like you said, clean lines.
Yeah.
And maybe like a maple. Were you thinking a maple wood?
Like, I don't
post
want there
structure?
to be much grain.
Okay, so maybe
and with a dark finish, something
Sure.
that will be fairly
Okay.
uniform looking.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Now, as far as the lighting, flooring, and everything, do you have a good idea of what you want in that space? Or
Well,
is that-
we're going to do the floor that's there, everything needs
Is
to be
gonna be-
replaced.
It's sort of
Yeah.
blank slate.
It's kind of blank
So
slate, so whatever you
Okay.
think. But
we've been out looking.
Right.
We kind of want to nail down the color of the door and the cabinet.
Go from there.
And then, because
Right.
we figure it will be easier to match flooring to
It
to
is.
that.
That's right.
So we've kind of held off on making that decision
Okay.
until we come up
Okay.
with something here.
Now, your ceiling height, what is your
I think it's
ceiling
9
height? 9
feet.
feet?
I think it's
Okay.
9 feet,
Were you
yeah.
wanting to take cabinetry to the ceiling, or did you want to do kind of a staggered look?
I mean,
or-
you'll have to see it, obviously, but I think that it would need to go that high just for.
Okay.
And then it opens the room that when we take the wall out, the room it will
Yes.
open onto has like a vaulted.
Oh.
Yeah,
it
like
goes
14
way
feet
up
high.
high.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I don't know if maybe that will help the kitchen look taller if they
That's
do go
right.
right up to the ceiling.
Yes, absolutely. Well, what we can do is we can come out and we can measure and actually see the space, and then that will help us out as far as the design goes as well.
Okay.
So that's what I will do is maybe put together all the ideas that we've discussed today, and then go to your home and do a site visit and go from there. And so the next time we meet, we'll have some drawings to work from.
Before you sign any contracts with the people taking care of your kitchen renovation, make sure you get 3 references from them and check the Better Business Bureau. This will save you a ton of headaches later.
Now we do have some drawings for you and we can discuss them, and if there's any changes, we can do that. So that's the basic floor plan, and then here is some elevations, and this is kind of a bird's eye view of your kitchen, so as if you're at your ceiling kind of looking down. Now, one major change that we did make since our site visit when we went out to visit with you is we were going to originally make this all one level, the island, but we've decided to step down a portion of the island simply because I know you have 2 small children, thinking that it might be nicer for them and add some interest to your space as well. So you can see in the perspective here kind of what it would look like if we were to do that. Rather than just having one very elongated island, it just, like I said, it kind of added some interest, and it's a great work and prep area too, especially if you're doing any baking or chopping. It's just at a very comfortable level. So
That looks good.
It looks really good. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Looks great.
Good. And we were able to get your wine rack in here.
Oh, good. Good.
And then your nice big pantry and your broom closet, a nice built-in refrigerator with a 24-inch deep cabinet above, which is lots of storage.
You can see it here, I guess, too, right?
Yes,
So
yeah.
No, that looks good.
it looks really good.
And I mean, I guess when I'm looking at it from above here, my one concern is that I know it is a fairly narrow space. So,
Right.
I mean, obviously you guys take into account the fridge opening and the dishwasher coming down. Like there's enough clearance
we've left
there.
enough clearance there so
Okay.
that, yes, because I know that there'll probably be more than 2 people in the kitchen at the same time too.
Right.
So
Okay.
definitely we've left enough space between the island and the refrigerator for that, to
Okay.
allow for that. Yes.
That looks good.
Looks really good.
Great,
Yeah,
and we've
looks
done just a
excellent.
really simple crown molding to ceiling. Added some shaker light valance so you can hide your lighting underneath there as well.
Oh, underneath the
Underneath the
cabinets,
upper
so it's just like a
cabinets.
little.
That's right.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
and it gives a nice, very simple detail to the cabinetry as well. Sometimes the more simple details are, you know, are quite nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now, one other thing that we discussed in our last visit is you were thinking of doing a Caesar stone countertop. So
Yes.
I've pulled some pieces here, and I have this door that I would like to show you. Now, because you were saying you wanted sleek and very clean lines,
Yeah.
this has that definitely, but it just has a little bit of interest because the rails are very nice and wide.
Yeah, I like that.
And then it's slightly beveled. You can, yeah, it's just slightly beveled there. I'll just let you take a look at that.
I really like that.
I like the color on it too.
Too.
It's
Yeah,
really,
the color is kind of exactly what we're looking for.
Oh,
so,
good.
like, we wanted it really dark and
Yes.
kind of a brown color, so that's
That's
Some
perfect.
of the kitchens I've seen with sort of the look I want, it's just a flat sort of square on
Right.
the outside, and it's kind of boring or
Yes.
just plain cheap
Plain.
looking
That's
almost.
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
I
That you
love
see in
that.
everybody's,
Yeah.
you know, yes, in a lot of
It's clean and simple, but it's still really cool.
I would say that
It's
would be
different.
the
Yeah,
door for
I
sure.
Really like it.
I really like that.
And that is a maple wood, so it doesn't have very much wood grain. I know that was important to you. You didn't want very much movement
No,
as far
that's-
as wood grain goes.
That's
so-
perfect, Danielle.
Oh, good.
I really like
really
that.
like
That's
Really like
that's
that.
great. And then as far as the Caesar stone, do you see anything there that you like to kind of go with it?
My personal choice would be this one here.
Okay.
It's a pattern. I think
With
I
the
like
pattern.
this pattern better.
The
Yes.
pattern, because I've
The
seen
colors
yeah.
look good. Like I know some of the paint colors we're looking at are sort of fairly neutrals, some gray undertones, like with
Taupes
a
or whatever,
taupe, with
yeah.
you know.
Sure.
So I actually really like,
like
that
that
one.
I think
Some of the granites we've seen, like they're more sort of like a big swirling kind of
Yes.
pattern,
Yeah.
which gets a
Yeah.
little busy looking
and
to
that's
me.
fairly consistent, right? Like it's
It
the
is.
same.
It is. It's the same throughout, so you don't have to go and view the slab. It is
Fine.
what it is. Like it's
Yeah, I
true
really
to it
like
stays
that.
fairly true
And
to the
that's
sample.
really durable. It's good for
It is. It's
cutting
stain
or-
resistant. It has superior strength, and it doesn't. It has very low maintenance. You don't have to seal it or anything like that, like
Oh,
you do
good.
granite. So
Oh, you do,
it is great that way, and it is mold and mildew resistant as well.
Oh,
so
really?
yeah,
Okay,
it's a great, very durable surface.
I just want to see it with the door.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's just kind of set it up there.
Oh yeah. For sure, that'll look good.
Yeah, I think that is.
That'll look good.
It's a nice contrast.
And then
between
do you
the two.
what do you like? Is that edge like it looks like it's rounded, but is it rounded the edge there? Or
Yes,
is
we've
it just square?
slightly
or is-
rounded the lowered section. We've just kind of slightly rounded that section
Okay.
just to give it a little bit of interest.
Okay,
and on
great.
the upper
Same
one.
there.
Yeah, and too, it's a nice smooth. Yeah, that's
Okay,
right. There's no
great.
jagged edges or anything like that in it. Now, for hardware, were you thinking of doing knobs or pulls, or a variation of both?
I think probably pulls.
Probably
I like the
pulls.
look
We had
of them
knobs.
better.
Last time.
And I mean, it's not like when you look at the kitchen, you don't see a lot of cabinets. So I think if we do half and half,
It might be.
you know,
Well,
I'd almost
just
rather
looking
have it-
from here, all you really see is where you would want is it the knob,
The pull.
the pulls? You would just see the pulls, so I don't know where you would put. I
Yeah,
think-
like I like how this one in the drawing has pulls.
Has
I
the
like
pulls.
that look.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I
like-
think that would
okay.
be good.
Okay.
That's great. Then we
Yeah.
can take a look at some different catalogs and whatnot, and find something for you.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So other than that, then you don't see really any other changes that you would like to make.
I don't really know. I
Okay.
think you guys have done a great job figuring out this tight space, and with that
Yeah.
wall under there,
Yeah.
it looks great. I mean,
Oh, good.
And then it
really,
will open onto the room. People can sit
Yeah.
here if we have, you know,
That's
Company,
right.
yeah.
people over. The TV's on this wall here, so it will
Okay.
all sort of
Yeah, that's right. Be a nice,
Yeah.
really
flow through
entertaining.
there.
It's nice. It's
Yeah.
big. It's long. It's because everybody seems to congregate at a party right at the island.
They
so
do. It is. It is. It seems to
So-
be that main
or
area where
in the
everybody
kitchen,
hangs
anyways,
out.
no matter
Yeah.
what happens. So
For
yeah.
sure. For
Now,
sure.
just one, I just would like to have your input. We do have pot lights going in
Okay.
this area. I'm I'm just wondering, like, would you just put pendants over the island then? Is that
I
as well
probably
as
would.
the, okay.
Okay.
Yes, I think that that would be really nice, and it would just, once again, it would just add that nice detail to the island and kind of make it the focal point of the kitchen. So I
Okay.
think that would be quite nice.
Great.
Yes, that's great.
It
All
looks
right.
really
No,
good.
we really,
happy with
I
that.
really like it.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
It's
Well,
fantastic.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you very much for coming in.
Oh, thank
Okay,
you.
thanks.
Hi, I'm Jai Crawford from the Shepherd's Pub in Elora. We're at Bamco today. I'm going to make you spaghetti alla carbonara. Anyways, we're going to start with pancetta here. This is an Italian bacon. You can get most grocery stores. Look around. It's out there. We're just going to brown that off a little bit in a warm frying pan. Okay, now this dish you can do, I've made it with pancetta. You can use regular bacon if you want. At its basis form, this dish is bacon, egg, cheese, and pasta. That's it. I'm going to put a few other things in there just to kick it up a little bit. So I'm just going to add a little bit of onion and a little bit of chopped garlic, maybe a little more. Give that a stir. We're just going to let that soften up. I'm going to add some black pepper. Now you don't want to go too heavy on the salt because the pancetta is fairly salty, so just a touch. And we're just going to let those onions soften up. Now while that's cooking, you can cook your pasta. Didn't take very long at all. Just going to grab some spaghetti here. And depends on how many people you're feeding. I'm going to grab about that much. I'm just breaking it in half. There we go. Give that a stir and we'll just let that cook. Should take about 7-8 minutes. And once that's done, we're just going to add everything together. And I'll show you the finished product. Okay, our pasta noodles are cooked. I'm just going to finish this off here with a splash of white wine. That'll just deglaze a bit. Pick up all the nice flavorful bits off the bottom of the pan. There we go. And at the end I'm going to throw in a little bit of parsley, fresh chopped parsley. And all I'm going to do is take this, dump it right into my pot of pasta. Now, this is the fun part of this. I'm going to take some egg. We're going to separate the egg. All you want is the yolk. I'm going to dump that right in there. I got 2. This will make the dish really rich and creamy. And you don't have to worry about it being raw egg because the heat of the pasta and the bacon and everything in there will cook the egg. There we go. So I'm going to stir that around real quick because I don't want scrambled eggs. I want creamy. There we go. And right at the end here, I'm going to throw in some real parm. Just finish it off real nice. Maybe another shot of parsley. Give it a stir. And we'll put it on the plate. Here. There we go. Real simple, real easy, can feed a lot of people fairly cheaply. There we go. And we'll just put a bit of parm on top. There you are, spaghetti alla carbonara.
We're thrilled with it. We love it. It's, as far as the look of it, it's probably better than I could have imagined. It's exactly what, you know, I was sort of aiming for. Our favorite part, I think, is probably the island. We love, you know, the openness of it, and then at this level here, I mean, the kids sit up here, have their breakfast. I can be working away and still be part of what's happening. Initially, we had wanted the second part of the island to be raised. More like a bar kind of feeling, because we do entertain a lot, but with the designer we decided to lower it and use it more for sort of everyday. And with our young kids, it's one of the best changes or decisions we made of something that we thought we wanted, and really what we ended up doing has been probably even better than our original idea.
I know at least a lot of the parties we throw, everybody seems to congregate right here in the kitchen. So it's perfect, because all the guys seem to be sitting around here and the girls seem to be in there, but we can still catch the hockey game on the TV there. So it's perfect.
Wow, Eric and Danielle's kitchen really does do double duty. We'll see you next time on Kitchen Life.